Hey y'all, welcome. Good morning, beautifuls. Hey y'all, welcome. I'm Tracy. This is my channel, Tracy from the Mermaid Cove. And I'm going to do my best to post this. I film and end up not posting it. And it's just a lot going on. And I apologize because I make them with you guys in mind. So, but there's definitely some disconnection going on for sure. And, I started my new medicine and I'm having a harder time adjusting to it than I thought I would or I would like to. For some reason, I take 320s a day, and one, it's more challenging when you have to take something 3 times, right? It just is. Even when I set my alarm, when I remember and I'm maybe in the middle of something and I accidentally turn stop instead of snooze, and then, off we go to the races. So I'm trying to cultivate awareness, stillness, quietness. And of course, that looks different for everybody else, right? Checking in with myself, because we're usually on and off the service desk, right? So going on, I'm trying to before I go on 10 minutes before, go to the bathroom, wash my hands, have a minute, kind of ground myself, connect. And when I come off, I have some arm exercises to do to kind of counterbalance what I just did. Again, breathe. It's just something that's going to be a habit. It's going to take me some time to cultivate. But that's kind of what I'm trying to do. But yeah, so in the beginning, it seemed to speed me up, which is interesting. But it's definitely not the same as Adderall for me. Adderall within 15 minutes, it's just, I feel like myself is the best way to describe it. So it's challenging, but it takes time sometimes to figure it out. And I'm committed till January, so I have to make it work. And then I've been having a lot of other issues, and but I started PT. I've been having major problems here in this arm and behind it, and in my bicep. And I went to PT yesterday. I would like to go twice a week. I've only lately been able to go once a week. But the week before, I had almost fallen and I caught myself on the couch, but with this arm. And so luckily I was going right to physical therapy and he worked on it. But today I had a different physical therapist. So they got together and did measurements and want me to get an MRI. And luckily I was going to my orthopedic. So now I have that to make sure I didn't tear something. I kind of feel like I didn't, because I feel like that would hurt, right? But to get an MRI, I have to have proof that I have titanium in my head and not metal. And what's so annoying at this place is my last MRI, which was after my brain surgery, was there. So I'm going to try tomorrow to hunt down this doctor's office and see if they can fax something to this place just saying, yes, I have titanium in my head. Or I'm thinking about going somewhere else and not saying anything, because what a nuisance, right? But if I can get it, then I'll have it, right? And maybe in the morning, look in my, see here, look in my info, but I'm not sure that that's going to be, I might got rid of so much. But I don't remember I kind of remember the conversation. I don't remember saying, hey, do I need something to go through the airport thing or this or that? And he goes, no, it's titanium. You don't need anything. You're fine. But I mean, they actually gave me an MRI since it was 2009. So the doctor it took me a second to remember his name, but he is still practicing somewhere different. So I'm going to have to reach out to that office. And yeah. Just seems like everything has it makes it just a little bit harder, right? But my MRI is the 18th. So I have time, but I'm going to try to do it this week and not run around, right? That's not helpful. yeah, so, and I make an appointment soon with a hand specialist because my hands are bothering me, and just get them checked out and see, be on top of that. I'm sure they're arthritic, so, but might as well find out what's going on. So yeah, a lot of doctor's appointments. It's like having a part-time job plus trying to live and, all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm doing a little bit of cleanup and tomorrow, and I have an appointment, and then I'm going to try to, it's not really out of control, but there's bags and stuff that I'm going to bring downstairs. But what I want to do is take the time and put everything away. So that's my goal tomorrow. Not even look at anything else down there, just put away the stuff. And it's just basically papers and ideas and stuff like that. So it's not super hard. I just have to designate a spot, and then I can go boom, 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 boom. So, because I really want to work on my studio being comfortable. And I do want to work too on my sewing machine. So, because I have a Christmas journal I want to sew up. So I think I might bring that up, because everything else, just the stuff for that. And then that won't be too crazy. And plus one of my friends, I have some friends coming over on Monday, and she's a good sewer. So if I'm having issues, she can show me. Nice when you're drinking and a piece of plastic is in there. But that's what's going on. And trash men are here, but I did that last night. But my roommate was putting out a bunch of stuff yesterday for the vets to come today, and so she put it out like at 3, and at 4 it was gone. People took it. I never had that happen before. It's crazy. So I rescheduled for next Tuesday because I had somebody take down all my Christmas stuff, and I'm just gonna go through it really quick. Go through the boxes and try to reduce them in half. I think I'm gonna keep to the theme of Santa Claus, but there's and childhood stuff that I don't want to let go of. And just some kind of interesting things that Angela's gotten me in the last, 7 years kind of thing. So we'll see what we can do with that. And yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. So it's like I work today, off tomorrow, work, off, off. So yeah, and I'm gonna do like a taco charcuterie kind of thing, like a taco bar. And I'm gonna do in the crock pot, like just some yummy chicken, and someone's gonna bring beef, and someone's gonna bring rice and salsa, and someone's gonna bring guacamole, and somebody else is bringing dessert, and then get the, like the black beans and all that kind of stuff, and onions, and I'll do all that kind of stuff, plus the chicken. So I'm looking forward to that, hanging out. And yeah, so it's a good thing. But tomorrow is just a day of phone calls, and after my appointment, phone calls, my appointment's later in the day, like midday, and then come back and do, I'm just gonna literally sit in my studio and take y'all with me. Lighting sucks, but that's how that is. But also, I went by Sue and Mark's yesterday because I had, so I do think part of this is because my roommate's in and out, as she should be. It's not that she cares, it's just, But I will figure out maybe I get myself comfortable in my studio, my library, and then just do a lot of filming there. Like the talking part, right? But I just did a Dollar Tree. Mark and Sue and I went up to Hagerstown, my mom's recipe box. Check them out, ones I do the taste test with. We didn't really film, it was just to hang out with them. And my brain can only truly do so much right now. And, chronic pain is absolutely horrible. But I am determined to do whatever I can. So I'm not going to just accept it. I'm going to fight my way through it and figure out how to make it better. But I definitely have to get a new mattress. But he ended up, the orthopedic gave me a shot, which is better than, because I can't really take high doses of aspirin, though my gastro person, I talked about how I would do that. But I don't want to get addicted to that kind of crap, or, need it. Anyways, I'm not sure, he's a man of few words. I'll say this. So, which I don't like. I feel like he's not explaining stuff enough to me. And, but for now, with this, I'm going to stick with him for this. And then if, you know, my hand person, he does other things too, but, you know, next will be my knee. But I think it's all tied into arthritis. And I can't get into my rheumatologist until the end of January. But I thought what I might do is get all the paperwork filled out for them and another portal. Write this down and then put this in my book. And then call them and say, hey, if you have a cancellation, can you call me? And I'll tell work I'm just going to, you know, sit about 15, 20 minutes from work or in between and just go if I can. But it's a new appointment. You're a new patient. That's a little different, you know, it's a little bit, maybe if somebody who wants to be a new patient will cancel. I don't know why they would, because it's impossible to get into rheumatologist right now. But anyway, so that's kind of what's going on. And I'm trying to, what's nice is basically my kitchen, other than, you know, I have stuff out I want to cook and things. It's just a normal kitchen. My table isn't, even the art stuff's not that much to put away compared to time in the past. But, you know, it's just, I want to get all that put away and get the living room put away. So I'm going to get a lot of that done on Wednesday, and then Friday is my day off. And I have things to return. Get that done, y'all, because it's starting to get wild in the stores already. I went to TJ Maxx. I went in Big Lots, but they're going out of business. Mine is, and the prices were not good, and they didn't have. I want just a cute mat for the front. Not really Christmassy, but I found a Frosty the Snowman one, the winter one, that I could keep there till Valentine's Day, really. And of course, looked around. It's wild, like Christmas threw up everywhere. But I got a few things which I'll do and show you guys. Maybe I'll do it out of my car so I don't have to drag that mat around. I have to be really careful about how I use my hands. But it was crazy in there already. It's like a Monday at noon, maybe. Wild. So once I have like Amazon stuff to return, and I don't know, something else to return. Once I get that done, Walmart, then that's it. I'm not going anywhere remotely that has anything to do with shopping, because other than the grocery store, because it's just already nuts. I mean, crazy. But yeah, mugs, you guys, did I get a mug? You have to wait and see. And, but yeah, so that's what's been going on. And, I'm looking forward to Friday. Well, now I'm going to keep it that way, because I was thinking maybe I could, I'm going to go Friday early to the Walmart, and that might not even, I got to figure out when customer service opens. I only have like one thing to return. There's some sweatpants I got that they're just too big, and I'm not keeping them. So, and they've already sending me the replacement pair. But I got rid of so many of my sweatpants because they were too big, and yeah. So just some bum around blue ones, you know, just the kind of like Hanes old-fashioned sweatpants. When you look at some of the sweatpant clothes on, you know, whatever they call it, living, or they're insanely expensive. And I get the material's different, and it's stretchy, and just crazy stuff. So, and I got some jeans, but they were on sale, but I have to try them on by Friday and see if they fit. And if not, then return them. So, but that is kind of what's been going on. But yeah, I'm ready to get this house, kind of another go round of letting things go, and Christmas for sure. And I had somebody take all the top stuff from this one thing down, so I'll have some stuff for the vets next Tuesday. So that's perfect, because I'll have Sunday off to get ready for my friends, and then Monday they come. I have to text them maybe around 11, and then I have PT in the morning, and then that'll be perfect. I'll have everything done. So I need to do some grocery, maybe Friday I'll do some grocery shopping. Yeah, I don't need a lot though, so that's good. And my friend got me mashed potatoes and meatloaf from Costco. Y'all, it's so good. So I'm eating on that. And I have some frozen vegetables at Trader Joe's. I'm just heating up to see if they're good or not. If sometimes one was too old, but tasted like something I might want to have again, that kind of thing. So I'm still working on my freezer. You would think, you guys, you would think. But I always have eggs, and I got some good healthy oat milk. So if I have oatmeal and stuff like that, makes sense, right? To have oat milk with oatmeal, which is what I'm going to have for breakfast. So yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. It's hard for sure. It's just when with my brain, it's better, I think, but it's just frustrating. So of course in the morning I seem to be better. So that's when I try to get the stuff done I need to get done. But I have my book, like all these appointments, and I'm training myself to look at the book every day in the morning and at work at least once, and then not worry about night so much because I'm tired. But yeah, it's just, and I can't remember if I posted it or talked about it, but I have a health coach through my insurance, and on my hand. And we talked about anger and frustration and ways to deal with it that I'm more or less pushing it down, and which causes more depression. So I'm working on that. Just doing some journaling and screaming and, all kinds of stuff. So she said to get a bat and bang on pillows and like it's big pharma. Something to say about that, right? That I got to work on this anger. And I just hope that a lot of what I'm learning, because, to be quieter, especially, it's interesting. I think I told you guys this, but I just never know what I post and don't. But my friend's son was over helping me in the yard, right? And there's a little boy next door who must have just been visiting because I've never seen him. And he said, he was probably 7, 8, something around that. And he says to Christopher, is his name, my friend's son, "What's your name?" And I looked at him, I said, "What's your name?" He goes, "Why are you asking me my name?" I said, "Because you asked his name." He goes, "I'm Nelson." I said, "Well, I'm Tracy. This is Christopher." And he asked thousands of questions. And then his mom, I assume his mother, came out and said, "Oh, ignore him." And I think I did talk about this. I just don't know if I posted it, but it just really set me off, right? It's like totally me. And of course, in a lot of the research I'm doing and seeking understanding, that curiosity is one of the main huge things with ADHD brain, and which is a good thing because a lot of people have discovered a lot, right, because of that brain. But yeah, it really started to upset me, and I'm like, wow. His mother just said to ignore him. You internalize that because he can't help it. He's not doing it to be a nuisance. He's just really curious. Like, what are we doing? And this, so I totally answered his questions, asked him questions. And so I noticed the other day at work, there's usually not 3 of us. I was out. Anyway, I started asking someone a bunch of questions because I'm curious. Like, I could say, well, what'd you have for breakfast? What's in your purse? Like, what are you going to do? Like, what do you do after work? Just, I'm curious, right? And usually I, ask it in an appropriate way, or that curiosity comes and goes. But something that Beverly and I have in common, like if you read a book and they happen to mention a statue, then off you have to go and research the statue and then the time, and it's just a thing, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But I realized, I was thinking about it, that it was partly lack of impulse control, right? Which is what I've been experiencing a lot of. And my brain just being blah, 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 blah. So I've changed the dosage a little bit. But even Beverly said, "You're talking so fast, I can't keep up with you." And she can keep up with me. So I'm just trying to take more breaths. Trying not to talk really a lot. Just trying to see what that feels like internally when I kind of just listen to what's going on as opposed to talking about it. But I know, like I was put in school year early because my mom is like, she won't stop talking, and as if my mother has room for that. But yeah, so it's very interesting, and so much to learn and heal, I think. So instead of this just being like being a victim, and but it does make me angry that I've worked so hard to find the right medicine at the right dose and you can't get it. And luckily, you know, this has set me back. Not like it had before, because I have more things in place, but it's just some things you can't help. You just can't help when your brain's not functioning the way it can function. Not that I'm not worth living or don't have some quality of life, but I just miss myself. That's all I can explain it. It just miss who I am. So, you know, but I'm trying to be aware of that, and hopefully I will adjust to this medicine. And like I said, usually Adderall, if it's made correctly, is almost like 99% for me helpful. And Ritalin has been more like a 75% thing. I'd like to even get to 75. We're not there yet, but it's just crazy. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call my insurance. And what I want to do is, one, get a nutritionist. But the other thing is talk to a pharmacist, or have a pharmacist look at all my medicine and figure out when I should take what, because Synthroid should be separate. And then you have my ADHD medicine, which cannot be taken with acid medicine. And then I'm doing that twice a day. And then at some point I have to take that, the antacid medicine. It's a thing. And I was reading, and of course it seems like everything can cause muscle aches, right? So, and I'm trying to look at everything. So I don't know how this works, but I also know my insurance has a nurse practitioner that will help me, and I'm going to sign up with that. And for the nutritionist, like I said before, it's easy not to eat, but to actually feed my body what it needs, right? To give myself energy and, you know, strength and brain power and all that is, you know, something I really want to work on. So I luckily have these resources at my, you know, that I can use. And then, yeah. And other things I need to follow up on. So that is going to be my goal tomorrow. And get a bunch more appointments, and I've been working really hard to have them when I don't work. So I did end up taking Wednesday off. It's just gonna be too complicated, but I'm gonna use it to make sure I get a bunch of stuff done that I can do, right? And but anyway, so that's kind of what's happening, and I'm basically okay. But I miss doing this, and I miss the interaction, but I have to figure out what's going on with my hands. So. A mess, right? I gotta hit that 60, and I want to at least have a snapshot and some things in place to help me, because it's just not going to suffer without figuring out why I'm suffering and I know there's some things you can do to make things better, but my sleep has been terrible. That's why I told the orthopedic, I'm just in pain, and I wake up, and you know, you don't get good rest, and everything can start to deteriorate. And I have to put getting a mattress at the top of my list. You know, it's time, and I know it's not helpful. Like I said, I have a picture of my brand. I loved it. It was fine. I'm going to go online and see. They might not have that exact one, but like that one, and just, you know, with Veterans Day and Black Friday, they're going to have lots of sales, and just pick one and move on and get it set up. So that's the goal there. And I am having my cleaners come Thursday. I haven't done it in quite a while. But you know, my friends are coming, and it's just a good thing to have done. So, and then I'll do it again before Christmas. But that is what's happening. And yeah. So thank you for being here, and I appreciate it. And it's just such a struggle. But I hope that anyone out there struggling, and you know, they can relate, or somebody they, you know, love, and they're like, oh yeah, okay. But I just think of that kid, ignore him. It broke my heart, right? I mean, people don't get it. It's not like I could say to his mom, hey, check out, he probably has ADHD and his brain works this way, and figure out how to help him, instead of judging him and making him feel like crap. The world will do that enough, right? I mean, it's parents, you would hope, it's going to build people up. But anyway, that's what I'm doing now, relearning to parent myself. So, not a bad thing. So, I am starting to grow up. Everybody says, wow, you're just... But I am trying to make good, better decisions when I can, and when I can't, don't go anywhere, right? If you're going to go wild, then don't go anywhere. So, I'm one of the things I'm thinking about doing is just canceling anything online that has a credit card stored. And if I need to, right, then I can go and get it. And that's going to stop me because it gets too easy, right? So that's something I'm trying to put in place, but that takes time and passwords and, you know, that kind of thing. So anyway, all right, guys, take care. I think I'm gonna pop on. I have some Dollar Tree to show you, and then I just want to show you a little bit artistically what I've been working on. Though it's, you know, I do a day and I'm off, but one thing I want to do, sorry, is really cultivate a creative habit, right? And that is what I'm going to start with tomorrow, right? And really, I want to get my studio comfortable, and that just is about, you know, letting stuff go by saving some small boxes so I can just throw things in and set it and then have the vets come get it. So yeah. All right, you take care, and I hope, even though it feels like the whole world's suffering and a lot going on and disharmony and violence, and, you know, you can cultivate some peace within yourself and love the people around you and forgive yourself. And I mean, I'm in a little bit of a bubble because, quite honestly, my nervous system can't take much. It just cannot take much. So I protect myself, right? Yeah, I'm learning to be protective of myself, right? So, which is a good thing. But anyway, you guys, you take care. I appreciate you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.